Here on BPW.
Well, we're going to be in for a very exciting final. As you mentioned, the third place game was a very exciting game. 1-point win by the Elmwood Giants over the Vincent Massey Trojans. Here we have the Crocus Plains Plainsmen. They're currently ranked number 2 in the province, going against the number 6 ranked Tech Block Hornets. They're the home team. The place is packed. This is with atmosphere. This is what it's all about.
Although you talk about the place being packed, once again we see the garbage can lids come back in here, the noise. When the host team was in the final of the tournament, everyone in the crowd seems to get going.
Well, definitely in terms of Tech Block Hornets, as you mentioned, the home team, there are going to be a lot of supporters here looking to see the Hornets win this tournament. They've managed to win the WIT once already. It'd be great for the Hornets right now, as they could use this for a springboard to take into the provincial finals in March.
Well, we certainly have a great final coming up for you here on BPW, so stay tuned with us all morning. You can see now Crocus Plains went against St. James early, defeated Elmwood to advance to this final. The other end, Tech Block, they started against MBCI, then went against the team of East Glen team and Vincent Massey in the semifinals to come down to this final. So Tech Block, Crocus Plains, first, the 6th ranked team in the province. Another battle of great outstanding player, great 10 player on Tech Block. And of course, we saw a couple weeks ago here on BPW the strength of that Crocus Plains team.
Well, in terms of the Tech Block Hornets, as we mentioned, currently ranked number 6. They're 15-6 overall, 2-2 in their league play. They are definitely, as you get a good look here at the fans still filing in here to the WIT tournament, they are going to be the hometown favorites. There's no doubt about that. Crocus Plains on the other side of the coin, as you mentioned, we saw them at the Piper Classic, and just an excellent group of athletes.
Well, we'll join down low here for the singing of O Canada. Touching moment and very well done. We'll get the name of that young lady, but beautiful rendition of O Canada. We'd be sort of remiss this morning if we didn't quite mention that very proud Canadians here. Laura Campbell, I understand, was the girl who did that. Very proud Canadians of our troops down in the Middle East here, and people here certainly took that to heart, and what a great start to a great final we got coming up.
Well, as you mentioned, an excellent start, Blair, and what we'll do now is listen as we have the starting 5 players introduced from each of the clubs.
That's the Crocus Plains Plainsmen, and they're the number 1 ranked team in the province, and we saw them a couple weeks back as they won the John Taylor. But now the host team, the Tech Block Hornets. Tech Block Hornets, it's getting hard to hear early as the Tech Block team. It's a loud and warm welcome from their hometown supporters here. Tech Block and play in their yellow uniforms. And on the other end of the screen, we'll have in the maroon or purple uniforms of the Crocus Plains Plainsmen. We'll pick both of these teams up, and we're just about set to get underway. And I know we got two veteran officials out there today, Laurie.
Well, in terms of our two officials, we have Mr. Stephen Cusbett and Mr. Greg Stepansky. They've been around for a long time, although they look very young. They started when they were very young. You get a good look at Greg there. Works for the Canadian Postal Service.
And is Steve still a milkman? I remember that years ago. I think he's still hanging on. From all walks of life, we're out here in Crocus Plains. Gains possession from the start. Number 21, Cowan, gets the ball and they get it back out to Scott. Scott looks inside. Jason Scott, number 4, with a short jumper for 2 points.
It's a good start for Crocus Plains. Jason can really hurt them from out there.
Pressure being put on early by Crocus Plains. Pick it up as we go on the screen. Owen Price, 55. They slow things down. Jason Guerrero. That's from the outside for 2 points, and that's 53. Freddie Cristofomo.
It's a good job by Ferdy. He squares up, looks right at the hoop. Now we've got a turnover by the Crocus Plains Plainsmen. Here come the Hornets back.
Cristofomo picking up the first 2 points for Tech Block. We're tied at 2. And another quick start here. This is the final of the 16th annual WIT. The Tech Block Hornets in possession of the ball right now. Number 23. Ira picks up a 3-pointer.
Well, if we're Crocus Plains, you got to stay with Joe. He's the 3-point specialist right now in the Winnipeg High School Basketball League, so you've got to make sure that you stay with Joe.
Joe Vera, 23, picks up that 3-pointer. It's 5-2. Vera now just holds on to it, tries to dish the ball off. It's knocked away. And Crocus Plains pulls down that loose ball.
Good start to the Tech Block Hornets thus far.
Scott dishes the ball off to Baker. Baker steps inside and we got a foul. That foul will go on number 15, Derwin Memores.
Well, if you look at the Crocus Plains Plainsmen, they enjoy a bit of a height advantage. You're going to get a look here as Owen Price going to take the ball down low. There's Joe Vieira all alone, just as we saw in our first game here this morning. You're going to have to recognize who the shooters are, and you've got to stay with them. This is Joe Vieira's home gym. He's going to hit everything in sight, Blair.
Derwin Memores picking up his first personal foul, the team's first this half, and at the line to shoot 2. Number 3, Dwayne Baker. He's successful in the first one, and now he has his second opportunity. Not come through the second, but number 30 is right there. Sean Williams, and he's rejected.
It's a great block by number 40, Clint Lake, for the Tech Block Hornets. Sean Williams, the big man inside for the Plainsmen.
Number 15, Norris, comes up short on that one, and quickly Crocus Plains back down court. 24, Trevor Penner. They dish the ball back out to Williams. Williams drives, pulls up short off the front iron, battles for his own boards. Out of bounds, and the ball's back to the Hornets.
Tech Block is really going to have to be ready for the transition game. One of the things that we've noticed thus far this season with Crocus Plains is they love transition. Coach Kearns wants his team to run at all times.
Vera has the ball knocked away, picks it up. Inside to Lake. Lake standing alone, waiting for a wall, jumps back out on the fade, and Cowan pulls down the board for the Plainsmen.
What Clint's going to have to do is he's going to have to go up strong inside there. You can't wait against Crocus Plains. You've got problems down inside with Penner and Sean Williams and Dwayne Baker.
Greg Bouchard, a former City All-Star at Daniel Mack, has come over here to Tech Block and now in control of the varsity team, and his team is up by 2. 3-point range from the outside. Battle for the board. Baker off the glass for 2 points.
It's a good job by Dwayne Baker. We can see right now that Tech Block is going to have to block out at every opportunity.
5 all. Pressure being put on by Crocus Plains. Vera now 23, brings the ball across the 10-second line. The ball back outside to Price. Owen Price, 55. Vera from 3-point range. That's a long way out. Price picks up the ball in the paint, and he's fouled in the play, and that foul will go on number 24, Trevor Penner. That will be his first personal foul, the team's first for this half.
Well, you can see one of the problems with a team like the Tech Block Hornets, who really enjoy shooting the three-point shot. The problems, that is, that are encountered by the teams that are defending them. What we had is a good job defensively by Crocus Plains, but from that three-point shot, Blair, you get those long rebounds.
Ramirez for 3 points.
Good job by Derwin as he looks at the hole.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Tech Block left possession again, and they lead by 2.
Once again, Crocus Plains with that quick transition. This time, however, they throw the ball away, and back come the Hornets. Great steal by number 30, Sean Williams, and that hurts the Hornets.
Sean Williams with his first 2 points, and we're tied at 7.
Full court man-to-man pressure being applied by Crocus Plains. We'll see this all night.
Foot violation on Crocus Plains, so the ball stays in possession of the Hornets. The White Currens, coach of the Plainsmen, now is talking with his assistants. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. A fast-paced game. We're tied at 7. Tough pressure being put on. Joe Vera brings the ball across that midcourt line, and he will now quarterback the offense for the Tech Block Hornets. Ramirez looks to Price. Price goes on the right-hand baseline, tried to dish it inside, and Penner picked up the loose ball.
Good hands by number 24, Trevor Penner for Crocus Plains.
Williams again looking for the dunk, but comes up short, but gets the bucket, and it's now 9-7 for the Plainsmen, our first lead change of the game.
Clint Lake is going to have to play extremely hard. Sean Williams is one tough individual to play against.
Both of these teams like to go, Laurie, so I think we got fast-paced action all game. Ball's
Great
taken
steal.
away. Penner now brings it across.
Sean Williams hits the floor, causes the turnover.
Crocus Plains to set up that half-court offense, but Williams drives inside. He has 6 points here in the first quarter. It's 11-7 lead.
That's Sean Williams just taking Clint Lake to lunch right there.
Chris Ostomo with a short jumper for 2 points, and he has 4 in the game.
The great shot by Ferdy. He let that one fly off the baseline. I don't even think he saw the hoop there.
Williams again has an opening on Lake and takes it up. He's fouled on the play, but he's getting inside, Laurie, and that's got to be held by Tech Block.
Well, what we have, of course, if Tech Block is going to play man-to-man, that means Clint Lake's going to have to watch Sean Williams. Clint's just a little bit too slow in terms of foot speed to keep up with somebody of the speed of Sean Williams.
Clint Lake picking up his first personal, team second, and as always, this gym is packed for the final of the WIT tournament, and when the host team plays in it, even more so. We've got all the people in attendance here, and we've got an outstanding final for you. So stay tuned all morning on DPW. Crocus Plains leads right now by a score of 12-9 as Sean Williams hits that free throw, and he has 7 points in this first quarter. And a 3-point lead for the Plainsmen.
Once again, as you mentioned, the noise is evidence in itself. Sean Williams misses that second, but it looks like it's a turnover. The turnover, yes it is. Ferdy Cristostomo keeps the ball with him, takes it out of bounds.
That 3-point lead for the Plainsmen. They're in possession of the ball. Shot from the outside from Jason Scott. Ball's rebounded there from Boroko. They just take the ball out. Wanderers now, number 10, when possession, dishes it off to Scott. Scott with a short jumper for 2 points.
It's a good job by Jason Scott. Once again, in terms of Crocus Plains, they've got real tough man-to-man. It's going to be back over.
Back over center violation as all 3 points have crossed, and then they come back on the other side. So a 5-point lead for the Plainsmen, and they can stretch that to 7.
It's a good job by referee Shapansky once again.
Back out to Williams from 3-point range at top. Steps inside the paint. Travel ball. So there'll be no basket there, and Tech Block will inbound.
Well, that time comes out to the fortune of Tech Block, but if they're going to stay man-to-man, they're going to have a real tough time with Sean Williams as this game progresses.
Vera, 23. That's Kevin Chief, 25, a grade 10 student. Vera likes to shoot from 3-point range, and he hits it.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, and not only in this game, but from the first telecast this morning, Joe Vieira is the 3-point shooter for the Tech Block Hornets. Do not leave him alone, Jason Scott. Stay with him.
Vieira has 2 3-pointers. That foul will go on number 15, Derwin Ramirez, and that's his second, the team's third of this half.
Well, as you can see in terms of Coach Kearns, Crocus Plains very unselfish in terms of moving the basketball. What they're doing is they're looking for mismatches underneath Blair, and it doesn't matter who it is. If there's a mismatch, he's going to get the ball.
At the line, number 13, that's Ian Borico. He will shoot 2. Makes the first one. It's up to a 3-point lead for the Plainsmen.
Good job by Ian on the first one. For Tech Fox, be ready for the pressure after this if it's made.
Well, on the second one, misses that one. Still a 3-point lead. Vieira now gets the ball out to 53. Chris Oskomo, and his shot comes up short, but Tech Fox able to hold on to the ball.
Birdie getting a little bit of trouble there down in the paint.
Chief down possession. This is the ball down inside. Number 21 with a short jumper is Gosselin.
It's a good look there by Kevin Chief. Here we have Crocus Plains coming off the court. We have a little bit of a miscommunication there, resulting in a turnover.
3 minutes, 50 seconds as Coach Kearns has his team throw that ball away. And they only lead by 3. Tech Fox to cut that lead down with a bucket here. Chris Oskoma moves inside. He's fouled. Does not go, and he'll shoot 2 from the free throw line.
That's a real good job by Ferdy once again. We're going to have a look right here. It's Kevin Chief moving the ball. There's Joe Vieira once again. Jason Scott, what you've got to do is stay out there. You've got to stay out on the 3-point line. As you get a good look at Joe there, he's going to hit those.
At the line, number 53, Chris Oskoma misses the first one.
It's a good job by Ferdy to pull the foul down, end up with a foul here against Sean Williams.
Unsuccessful on both, and Williams pulls down the boards. Sean Williams picked up his first personal foul, the team's second. Williams now out high. Bergeron gets the ball to Scott. Scott from the outside comes up short. Tech Fox with a chance to cut that Crocus Plains lead to 1.
Once again, if we're Crocus Plains, let's work the ball inside. You've got a number of situations where we end up with mismatches when we run our man-to-man half-court offense. We've got to do that. Kevin Chief comes back, answers for the Hornets, and cuts that to a 1-point differential.
Kevin Chief with his first bucket, 15-14, Crocus up by 1. Royko misses that shot, and again, Hornets pull down the boards, and they have a chance to gain the lead. Chief goes down, pulls up short, 2 points for Chief.
Great job there by Kevin Chief. Takes the ball to baseline, steals it here, and the Hornets now enjoy a 3-point lead.
3 consecutive buckets for Kevin Chief, and it's 18-15. No shot there. Travel violation. Tech Fox has things going their way now, Laurie, in this noisy and boisterous crowd.
Well, what we had is a situation. Jason Scott, for some reason, decided he would change. Jason, we're running full court here. You got to go right to the hole.
Vieira steps inside the paint, loses control. Chrysostoma goes up, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. Tech Fox will inbound from under the basket.
Well, right now, Tech Fox is starting to enjoy some momentum here as we've seen this lead change, and with just under 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter, a really emotionally charged first quarter, the Hornets enjoy a 3-point lead.
2 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. Tech Fox to inbound the ball, and they're up by 3. They trail by as many as 5. Vieira for 3 more. He has 9 points in the game.
Once again, we've got Joe coming off that high post screen, and he's going to reach in and take a foul here.
Joe Vieira picking up his first personal foul, the team's 4th for this half.
You get a look there on your screen at the score, 21-15. 6-point lead being enjoyed by the Tech Fox Hornets. Once again, for the Crocus Plains Plainsmen, Joe Vieira is for real. He's been doing this for a long time.
Cowan goes down for 2 points.
Great side-out play by the Crocus Plains Plainsmen. Make the easy 2, and now here comes the pressure by Crocus Plains once again.
Pressure by both teams. Crocus pressuring the backboard. Got to get it across within 10 seconds. They're able to do so. Tech Fox now, they throw it up. Vieira again is wide open, and he has 12 points. 4 3-pointers in the first quarter, Louis.
Once again, it was great pressure applied by Crocus Plains, but unfortunately, in doing so, they leave Joe Vieira alone. You can't let Joe Vieira do set shots at the 3-point line.
7-point lead for the Tech Block Hornets. That's their largest lead in the game so far. Crocus Plains led by 5 early, and now they have to fight and chip to get back into this first quarter. They trail 24-17. Inside, that move from 24, Penner comes up short, gets his own rebound, goes up strong for 2 points, and Penner has his first 2 points of the game.
Well, that's a good job by Trevor as he stays with it and gets his own rebound. Once again, Crocus Plains have enjoyed a lot of success. First of all, in the transition. Secondly, if it's not there, you got to put the ball down inside in the paint and make use of those mismatches.
Chief from outside, and that ball was up a little too high, out of bounds. 24-19, a 5-point lead for the Hornets. A minute 10 now remain in quarter 1.
That was a good shot by Kevin. He's got to keep taking those shots they're going to drop.
Cowan steps inside. Nice dish off there to number 3, Dwayne Baker.
Once again, as I said earlier, I'm just repeating myself, that's where Crocus Plains is going to do their worst damage. There's a steal, and now they've cut it to a 1-point lead with just under a minute left here in the first quarter.
Murray Matheson with his first 2 points and 5 unanswered points on the side of the Plainsmen. The score's back to a 1-point advantage for the Hornets. They lead 24-23. Another turnover, so the Plainsmen have a chance to regain the lead before the first quarter runs out, Laurie.
It's an excellent job by Crocus Plains in terms of a comeback. They know where they're going to be the most successful. We got a bit of a mismatch, I should say miscommunication there. We got number 3, it was Dwayne Baker for Crocus Plains, throws that ball away.
24-23. Tech Block leads by 1. 39 seconds remain here in quarter 1. You are watching the championship final of the 16th WIT tournament on DPW Channel 11. Chief misses the ball outside. The ball's being battled around. Shot coming from number 10, Mangaro. The ball picked up there from Rob Gosselin.
That's Rob Gosselin, goes up, gets the offensive board, gives the Tech Block Hornets a 3-point lead with 10 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Gosselin picking up his first basket, 26-23. Inside 5 seconds now remain. The quick shot away. Cowan from 3-point range off the back iron. Does not get it. So after 1 quarter of play, Tech Block leads 26-23 and another high-scoring affair, Laurie.
Well, this is starting out just as you said, just as we saw in terms of the start of our first game. We're going to get a look at first of all some good ball movement here by the Tech Block Hornets. There's Joe Rivera once again all alone. Easy 3-pointer. Crocus Plains has got to stay with that particular player. We're going to have the pressure by Crocus Plains. Great steal inside. Put the ball up off the glass for an easy 2. Tech Block is going to have to handle the Crocus Plains pressure and inside game. Crocus Plains is going to have to handle the emotionally charged crowd here that really can make the Tech Block Hornets play, and more importantly and more deadly, Joe Vieira from 3-point country.
Well, both teams went on a run there. Tech Block started off fast. Crocus Plains jumped out to a 5-point lead. Tech Block stormed back to take a 7-point lead, and then we saw Crocus Plains again. 5 unanswered points. They cut it down to 1. Tech Block scored just before the quarter came to an end, and you see a 3-point lead for the Tech Block Hornets as they lead the Crocus Plains Plainsmen 26-23, and we're set with second quarter action.
The other thing that we have to look at here is in terms of referees Shapansky and Cusbit. They did a great job in the first quarter. Both of these teams want to run. They want to play. If you're coming here to see defensive basketball, this isn't the place. You're going to see a lot of pressure. You're going to see a lot of scoring. We've got 2 officials here that are very experienced, and they're letting the guys play.
Great final for you, and we've got 30 more minutes, so stay tuned and watch this outstanding high school basketball here on BPW. Ball's knocked away, but Tech Block's able to gain possession. Angora, number 10, and he's fouled on the play. Number 21, Grayson Cowan will pick up his first personal foul, the team's 3rd of this half.
It's a good job by the Tech Block Hornets. We get a look at Lawrence Mangaran there on the screen. Sean Williams calls in the Crocus Plains Plainsmen and says, let's just start the play. We've got some good, tough man-to-man defense being displayed by Crocus Plains right now.
Alexander's shot comes up short. Crocus will come back down court, a chance to cut that 3-point lead to 2. Number 30, Sean Williams, cross-court pass. Williams gets the ball inside, battles down low, off the glass. Tech Block comes down with it. Rick Alexander, number 31.
it's a good job by Crocus Plains. As we said before, that's where they're going to have to go, and Tech Block is going to have to handle that inside game of the Plainsmen.
Kevin Chief steps inside the paint, just as the ball outside. Mangaron for 2 points.
A great job by Lawrence as he takes it along the baseline and goes strong to the hole.
Number 10, Lawrence Mangaron gets that bucket, 28-23, a 5-point lead. Baker goes up and comes up short. Price pulls down the board for the Hornets.
Well, in terms of Crocus Plains, they've had 2 opportunities, the shot they want. Baker inside and Williams inside, just unable to convert.
Mangaron fires it back out to Chief. Chief steps inside, off balance, throws it up. Alexander there, and he's rejected by Williams.
Good block by Sean Williams, but unfortunately, just all he did was push it down the court. Lawrence Mangaron and the rest of the Tech Block Hornets there, and they've got possession of the ball again, and a 5-point lead, Blair.
Mangaron steps, a free shot to the lane, off the glass for 2 points.
Great job by Lawrence. He beats Grayson Cowan and takes it to the hole. Shoots over the tower, Sean Williams, and it goes down. And we've now got, with 8 minutes left here in the first half, a 7-point Tech Block lead.
Tech Block has regained that 7-point advantage they held in the first quarter. Sean Williams, number 30 for Crocus Plains, dishes it outside. Cowan with a jumper, comes up short.
That particular shot, not one of the best ones that Cowan could put up. That got quite Coach Kearns off the bench.
Alexander from 3-point range off the front of the iron. Williams will call a timeout, and Coach Kearns will want to talk to his troops. He does not like what's happening out there right now, Laurie.
We're going to look at one on the replay here. Here's little Lawrence Mangaron. He takes it to the hole over Sean Williams, and it goes in. Good timeout by Coach Kearns here right now. What's happening is, in terms of Crocus Plains, they're getting the shot that they want, but they're just simply shooting the ball too quickly. What they've got to do is execute a little bit better down at the offensive end. They're doing a half-decent job defensively, but what happens here is they can't let Tech Block get on a roll, because this emotional roller coaster here could easily take Tech Block to the championship here in the 16th annual WIT.
7 minutes, 35 seconds remain in the first half. Tech Block 30, Crocus Plains 23, and Tech Block, the crowd support, all that's got to be in their favor. They are the 6th-ranked team in the province, so they're really the underdogs coming into this game, but the way they played so far, things are really starting to go in their favor, and probably continue so for the rest of the season here.
Well, in terms of the rankings, as we mentioned, in this particular year, we've got 10 or 12 teams that are so evenly matched that, as far as I'm concerned, those weekly rankings, they really don't mean all that much, Blair. What they do, however, is they do give us an indication as to what's happening throughout the year. But right now, in terms of the talent that we've had and the caliber of play of varsity basketball here in Manitoba this year, there's anywhere from 1 to a dozen teams that has a legitimate shot at winning our AAA championship.
The caliber of play has really picked up in the last couple of months. These teams are coming along, and stay tuned with DPW throughout the season, as we will have great high school basketball.